Yeah, I was a correction officer. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Hey Sarge, my journey as a correction officer. Now, today I want to talk about the process of going to the Basic Recruit Academy for the state of Florida. Now, let me tell you, I want to give a disclaimer that I went to the academy over 10 years ago, so I'm not sure how much it has changed, but I will tell you that I want to share my experience. So when you first get hired as a correction officer, you at the bottom. You don't have nothing. You just have a shirt and a pair of pants, and you got to buy your boots or whatever, and you don't have nothing. You're just the new guy on the block. You're at the bottom of the totem pole, and you go on to the compound, and it moves different for everyone. Sometimes people can go to the academy a week after they get on the compound. Sometimes you could start with somebody and they could go and you don't get accepted into the academy. It's just crazy how the academy works. And it's like it's always a class in the academy. This is what I remember for the state of Florida. It's like when one class come back, another class going. They might have a class in this area and you have to go to that area. It's all different. But when I started, I had to travel at least a good 30 to 40 miles to the academy where I went. And man, my experience, it was real. It was dangerous when I think about it because I had to take back roads, go through the woods, and if I'd have broke down, I was in the middle of nowhere. I don't know where I was, but that's not the case for each academy. That was just the academy that I went to. And I believe that I was on the compound for probably 2 to 3 months before I actually went to the academy. So I was able to get some experience. I was able to work with a lot of different people before I actually went. So that was kind of good for me because it was easier for me to relate in class when they would talk about certain things. So that kind of helped when you go on a compound and you work for a little while and then go to the academy compared to being on the compound for a short amount of time and going to the academy. So that was my experience. Now, from what I remember about the academy, the first day you go, I think it's different for everybody, but I had a great teacher. I had a great instructor, and he was actually a retired colonel who came back to teach the academy, I guess, as a second job. And it was a lot of people who came back to work because insurance was so high after they retired. They had to have something to keep their money going, so insurance wouldn't take it all. So this guy, I'd say he was fair, and he had a lot of knowledge. And that was one thing I admired about him because he was able to tell you certain things and he would relate to you in a certain, he was good at what he did. Let me just say it like that. But he didn't take no junk. And, that's one thing I liked about it too, because when you're in that academy, so many things can happen. And these were his words. He said, this is your first day here. He said, some of y'all ain't gonna make it. By the end of this academy, somebody's gonna be fired.
You're fired!
By the end of this academy, somebody's gonna be pregnant. Somebody's gonna be divorced. By the end of this academy, some of y'all gonna be hooked up. And he ain't lying. All of those things happened. I mean, every last one of them happened. It was just, he knew his job. He knew what was going to happen. So when he said that, I kind of started to observe things. It's going to be certain people that you're just going to connect with automatically. Like the guy that I was telling you guys about in a couple episodes ago, me and him started at the same time. We were actually fortunate enough to go to the academy together. So look, we already connected. That's my boy there. We gonna hang out. You get what I'm saying? But one thing I did like about him was he was focused. He knew what he wanted to do. And I knew what I wanted to do. I didn't want to just be in that academy and not pass. I didn't want to fail, because when it's time for you to take the state exam, I think you have to pay the first time. So it's $100 a pop. Who got $100 just to throw around? So I wanted to make sure I passed. So me and him, we hung together and we studied. Like in this academy, when we went, there was so much time to study. Like, I don't know how people don't pass that test because you have time to study. You're in class for an hour, you probably break 20 to 30 minutes, But during that time you break, they're telling you, study. A lot of people did start to study. They did get into those groups. But and a lot of times you can see the drama begin to unfold. You can see this person and this person getting together. Then you can see, it's like high school for grown people. It really is. You just see the drama unfolding. You see who's going to hook up. You see who's not going to hook up. You start to see all of this stuff. You see who's going to be the brown nosers. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And the first way you see who's going to be a brown noser is because in each class they have a president or a leader. People fight for that position. That ain't me. I can lead, but I ain't got time for it. I ain't trying to get no popularity points. I am who I am. Now, you be who you want to be. If that's what you want to do while you're in the academy, do it. But that just wasn't me. I didn't, I'm okay. And that one position, oh man, people go crazy.
Help me! Harry! Do it! Do it! Please! He's sick! He's having a fit. See, he don't have his fit pills. He's got them. See, where's your fit? He's got them on us.
Like, you could tell who's going to have the power trips too. Because once they get in that position, hey, everybody, come on. Hey, come on. Hey, you get over here. Wait a minute. First of all, I'm a grown man. Don't let this position go to your head. I had to check a few people. I did.
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40!
Don't let this position go to your head. Anyway, this is the stuff you're going to see in the academy. It ain't really much that you have to do besides go there and do what you're supposed to do and just do it. Now, while you're in the academy, you are going to have to do some PT. You're going to have to do some physical fitness. You're going to have to get out there. You're going to have to run. You're going to have to do push-ups. And at first, you probably ain't going to have the strength or energy to do it. But, I just say do your best. They don't really enforce you have to do a mile in this many minutes, because it was one guy that worked there. He was a big guy. He was real big. Everybody had to run the mile. Now, with some boys out there, they was young, man. I'm talking about 19, 20 years old who could run that mile. They lapping me every time I look around. But you got some older people who are going to be in that academy. I know one guy, he was probably at least a good 50, and he looked like he had a bad heart. I even believe he said he had a bad heart. But he was out there doing the mile, but he walked. It's just every day is self-improvement when it comes down to PT. They wasn't really stressing you have to do it in this amount of time. They just wanted you to try. Basically, that's all they wanted you to do. But you got to do it. Just get out there and do it. It's not real strenuous. It ain't that you have to be in this fit top shape. So don't be embarrassed. Get out there. Do what you got to do. All right? So you're also going to have to shoot weapons. You're going to have to shoot. You're going to have to shoot in a day. You're going to have to shoot early morning. So one morning you're going to come out there and you're going to shoot. Now, you might be in the rain. You might go to the academy when it's cold. You might go to the academy when it's hot. But you got to get out there and do it. I went to the academy and I believe it was like fall time, so I got it good. I ain't really sweat too much, but it was some days, I'm in Florida, so some days it was hot. Some days it was just real nice. Some days it was raining. As long as it's not lightning, you out there in it. So these are the conditions. This is what you have to do. But that's some of the academy that you just got to go through with. Now, as the drama unfolds, you start to see who you do want to work with and who you don't want to work with. You're going to see the liars. You're going to see the people who got pulled because their parents work at the prison. I mean, they really can't work directly with somebody like that because their family. It was one guy, I believe his mom was the assistant warden, and she came to the academy, and that's how we found out that was his mom. But I don't even think that they worked at the same institution. But you're going to see that people are connected. So don't get in there, talk about people. Don't get in there trying to, you don't know who connected. You might be trying to talk to this lady. She might be married, but ain't never told you. I've seen that happen too. But you never know. You never know who you're talking to. But the academy, it can be good for your career, or it can be bad for it, because some people going to go in there and they're going to be stupid. They're going to get kicked out. I seen one guy fall asleep the first day of class, and the teacher, he didn't say nothing, and this guy stayed asleep the whole time. He stayed asleep. Didn't know what was going on. So that guy, he got sent back to the institution, and I do believe that they let him come back. I think he got in trouble. I don't really remember what happened, but I know he came back because now this guy's a captain. All it took for him was one time to get in trouble, and he tightened up. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Some days you're gonna be in that academy, you're gonna be in there, you're gonna be nodding. But what they tell you is if you're tired, stand up. You know, go in the back and stand up. And just be on time when you get there too. Because I've seen people get in trouble for being late. One guy, he had an excuse. His truck got stolen or something, so he couldn't even make it to the academy. But some kind of way he got there. I don't remember that story. Like I said, it's been over 10 years. But he had to call and let them know, hey, look, hey, this is what happened. A, B, C, D. You know, but that's a valid excuse. But for you to just be late, the instructor that I had, he didn't play that. You know, he didn't really care about that, no excuses. You should be there on time, and you should be presentable when you get there. Man, he was sending people back to the institution for not being shaved. That's how he was. But it's crazy because when you go back to the institution, it's like people don't even care. You know, but that's a whole different thing. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of insight from what I remember about going to the academy. It's been so long, I really don't remember a lot. But the biggest day of being in the academy is pepper spray day. Oh yeah, that is the day. That is the day that everybody looks forward to because you're going to get sprayed with that pepper. And but I would say just listen to what they're telling you to do, because if you don't, the longer you wait to try to clear yourself with that spray, the longer it's going to take for you to get relieved.
Open them, I cannot see them. Open them as much as you can. I can't see your eyes, man.
Wait, please,
You gotta fight through this.
That day was very exciting. And me, like a dummy, I shaved my head the day before getting sprayed. Like a dummy. You don't do that because now my pores were open when I started to sweat. So the spray was all in my head. It was in my face. It was in my eyes. It was bad. I ain't even gonna sit here and say it wasn't bad. That pepper spray is bad. Some people, it didn't really bother too much. This one guy, he got sprayed, and I guess it was an old can. So he got sprayed, but he didn't feel it. And he told him, hey, spray me again. They sprayed him again. Nothing happened. So I guess, I don't know what happened. I guess it was an old can, but the spray, when they sprayed him, it didn't activate at first. But I know the next 10 minutes, all this was red. Whole face was red. He was hurting, boy, but I don't know what made him say spray me again. If I would have got sprayed and got a free one, hey, I got sprayed. You can't spray me again, but he asked for it. But that spray day is going to be one intense day, but you'll get through it. It'll be all right. You're going to look bad. You're going to have snot coming out your nose, but you'll get through it, all right? So I hope that you guys took something from this. Drop me in the comments in the comment section. Until the next time. Peace.